Hi class! What if humans never invented tools? What if we had no screwdrivers, pliers, wire strippers, or multimeters? Could we still build circuits, repair systems, or explore electricity at all? Of course not. How would we learn, innovate, or solve problems in the field of electrical work without the tools that extend our hands and minds? But don't you worry, class. Those are only a what if. Good day, class. I am teacher Alex. Today, I'm gonna tell you the difference between hand tools and power tools. Before we proceed to our learning proper, let's have a motivational activity first. The mechanic of this game is you need only to identify what is the name of this picture. So, what is the name of this picture? Or what is the name of this tool? You have 5 seconds to answer this one. Let's review. The name of this tool is drill. Congratulations! So, it is a drill. Next, what is the name of this tool? Let's reveal the answer. Oh, it's wrench. The name of this tool is wrench. Next, what is the name of this tool? Okay, let's review. Oh, it's heat gun. Congratulations! Did this game motivate you? Of course it is. Now, please be ready because we're going to our lesson proper. This is our learning objective. By the end of the lesson, 90% of the student will be able to define what hand tools and power tools are. Identify at least 3 common examples of each type of tool. Describe the key differences in terms of functionality, energy source, and usage. Apply knowledge to choose the appropriate tool for different tasks. I hope we can achieve all of these 4 learning objectives after our lessons. So, let's begin. Today, we're going to explore the difference between hand tools and power tools. Both are important in various tasks, but they operate in very different ways. Hand tools really are strength and control, while power tools are powered by electricity or batteries and can do tasks faster. Understanding how they differ helps us work smarter and safer. Now, what are hand tools? Tools operated by hand without the need for external power sources. Functionality is basic tools that require human efforts to operate. The example of it is hammer, hacksaw, pliers, and screwdrivers. This 4 is an example of a hand tool. This 4 is very popular for us because we use it every time when we work with. So it is a perfect example of a hand tool because we use it using our hands without the need of electricity. Next is what are power tools? Tools that use an external power source like electricity, batteries, compressed air, or etc. to operate. Functionality often more powerful and capable of completing tasks more quickly than hand tools. Let's have an example. This tree is an example of power tool because it uses an electricity. First is drill, second is electric saws, and the third one is heat gun. These three are perfect example of power tools because it uses electricity or batteries or compressed air. So, gets? Now let's proceed to the key differences between hand tools and power tools about energy source, efficiency, control and precision, cost, and maintenance. Let's talk about first in the energy source. Hand tools are manually operated. Like I said earlier, it is manually operated. Whereas power tools require electricity, batteries, and compressed air. Like I said earlier. Those are the differences between hand tools and power tools. Hand tools are manually operated and the power tools has a required electricity, batteries, or compressed air. Next is the efficiency. Power tools typically offer higher efficiency and more suited for larger or repetitive tasks because, like I said earlier, it can do tasks faster so that the efficiency of hand tools is not typically more or higher efficiency than the power tools. So, power tools is more efficient than hand tools. Then the control and precision, hand tools offer more precise control but require more time and effort. Yes, that's true. For the cost and maintenance, hand tools are generally more affordable and have lower maintenance costs. Power tools, while more expensive, can save time and reduce physical strain. So, that's it. Hand tools is affordable and the power tools is more expensive. So, those are the key differences between hand tools and, of course, the power tools. Now let's proceed to the safety consideration. Hand tools. Safety involves proper handling and using the right tools for the job, of course. Power tools. Safety is more critical with attention needed to the power source, correct operation, and protective gear. Next, when to use hand tools versus power tools. Hand tools will be used for smaller or detailed work or situation required higher precision, while power tools is for heavy-duty tasks, fast-paced work, or repetitive action, like I said earlier. So, you will use hand tools and a detailed work. While if you do a task heavier, you're gonna use the power tools. Now, did you learn from my lesson or my discussion? Of course, you learn about it. So, now, let's proceed to the assessment. It's assessment time. All you need to do is to listen carefully and choose the best answer. The first activity is multiple choice. Let's start. First, which of the following is an example of a hand tool? A. Electric drill, B. Hammer, C. Impact wrench, or D. Circular saw. You have 5 seconds to answer that one. Let's reveal the answer. The answer is letter B. Of course, hammer is an example of a hand tools. Next, what is the primary benefit of using power tools over a hand tools? A. It is more affordable. B. It is provides more control. C. It operates faster and is more efficient. Or D. It it requires maintenance. You have 5 seconds to answer that question. Let's reveal the answer. The answer is letter C. It operates faster and is more efficient. Yes, like I said earlier, power tools operate faster and is more efficient. Next, when would it be more appropriate to use hand tools rather than a power tools? A. When you need to work on a large construction project. B. When you are repairing a delicate small object. C. When you need to quickly finish a job. Or D. When working a high-powered task. You have 5 seconds to answer this one. The answer is letter B. When you are repairing a delicate or small object. Congratulations! Let's proceed to our second activity, which is matching type. You need only to match the tool to its category, hand tools versus power tools. You need only to identify which tool is hand tools and which tool is the power tool. You have 10 seconds to answer this matching activity. Let's reveal the answer. These are the answers. That's it, class. Thank you very much for your cooperation and thank you for your ears. That's all. I am your Teacher Alex. I hope you learned something. Bye.